Hi besties, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I want to do a sit down talking video. I haven't done one of these in so long, and at the beginning of last year or the end of last year, I saw Destiny Sidwell do a video going through every book on her physical TBR, and I thought, what a perfect video to do. And I went through and I counted my entire physical TBR. So here are the 132 books on my physical TBR. We're just gonna rapid fire go through them. I probably won't go into detail about some of them. I tried to break this up into fun little sections to kind of give you guys a little insight on my brain, but a little insight on like some of the books that I've accumulated on my physical TBR. I think first and foremost, we're gonna go through my immediate TBR. If you guys don't know, if you haven't watched one of my organizing my shelves video, which you should, my opinion, I have 4 TBR shelves. I use the bottom shelf of all of my big bookshelves as a TBR shelf. So I have 4. So I have one that is my immediate TBR, and that actually sits in my office. The second one is books that I've accumulated over 2 years ago, which is very much dwindling down. I've made it a big point to read these books, and then the last 2 shelves are just TBR physical books randomly got. So I kind of broke it up into my immediate TBR. I have books that I got from Berkeley because I was in the Berkeley influencer program last year, so we're gonna put those in a group. I have a stack of ones that I got as gifts. I also have a stack of ones that I got at book conferences where I was fortunate enough to meet the author as well. So I think first and foremost, we're gonna go through my immediate TBR on my physical TBR. For the first 2, we're actually in the middle of these ones. The first one is The Perfect Sun. If you've watched any of my TBR videos this year, you know that me and my fiance are currently listening to this one. So we're finishing it on his time. Next, I have When the Moon Hatched. I got 50% into this one, soft DNF'd it. Still on the fence if I'm gonna hard DNF it. If you've read this one, if you recommend this one, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings. On my immediate TBR is The Spy and I. I have One Dark Window. I have North Queen, which I actually got at a book conference, met this author. She was so sweet. I have Wings So Wicked, which is another author I met. She was absolute like perfection. Like, she was so nice. City of Scattered Light. This is one that's been on my TBR for years. I really need to read this one, and it's on my immediate TBR for a reason. I have The Air, which is book 2 of this. I think there's 4 books out. The Scarlet Veil with this pretty sprayed edges. I have Dirty Pucking Teas. This is another author I met. I have a bunch of book art for. Next, I have Heavenly Bodies. I have the sprayed edge like edition that was like traditionally published. The Risk on Forever. I actually won this in a giveaway. The Starless Sea. I have it in the large print, so I haven't really picked this one up. I bought it on Book Outlet like a long time ago and didn't realize I bought it in the large print. The indie cover of An Ember in Ashes. Daughter of No Worlds. I've been meaning to pick this up, but I need to finish The Serpent and the Wings at Night first, I think. The Predator. I can't wait. And then lastly, A Curse for True Love. I read the first 2. I'm so bad at finishing series, so we have A Curse for True Love. I have Sweet Temptation. Brutal Obsession. I'm very much afraid of this dark romance, so. Evergreen, which my boyfriend got me for Christmas. All of the books that my boyfriend got me for Christmas are on my immediate TBR. I'm making it a point this year to read every book he buys me. Whispers of You, which my fiance also got me for Christmas. Sunny Disposition. I picked this up from a local romance bookstore by me that was really cute. Hurricane Wars with the pretty sprayed edges. Star Wars themed, and it's a Kylo Ren fanfic. Sign me up. I love Kylo Ren. A Cosmic Kind of Love. This one's been on my TBR for so long. I need to just read it. Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. I have actually all 4 of these books, but this one's on my immediate TBR because I'm hoping to read it very soon. Offside Hearts, another one my fiance got me for Christmas. Kiss the Sky. This is the next book I need to read in the Addicted Calloway series, so this one's on my immediate TBR. You guys will see a theme. I'm really bad at completing series, so a lot of the books that I have on my physical TBR is like the next book in a series. I have The Iron King, Hunting Adeline. We don't talk about it. Fated by Starlight. My really good friend got this for me for Christmas. Same with Fractured Fates. One of my really good friends got this for me for Christmas. I Move. I've heard nothing but stellar things about every book in the series besides Mile High. I've already read Mile High. I enjoyed it, but I cannot wait to read The Right Move. Never Come Home. Another book I've had on my TBR for so long. My last stack for my immediate TBR, I have Badlands. This is book 4 in the Savage Land series. For Never. I need to get back in my Lucy Score era. I read a bunch of Lucy Score books and then I kind of fell off. I have a crap ton more to read. So Forever Never is on my immediate TBR because this one's the most exciting, the one I'm most excited for. The Fever King. If Love Had a Prince. Phantom, which this one's another one. I need to read this book. It's been on my TBR for over 2 years. I'm just intimidated. I have The Marinettes, which is another one my fiance bought me a long time ago that I need to read. And it will be read this year. I have Even When I'm Gone. This is book 2 of a very dark romance series. I really enjoyed the first book. I don't know why I haven't picked up the second one. I have What Did You Do? This is book 2 of the Infatuated Fae series. The first one was good. I think it was overhyped in my opinion, but I also read it after it was overhyped, so that could be why. But What Did You Do? Light Lark, which I don't even know if I'm gonna read this one anymore because based off of what I've been seeing from the last book that just released, I'm not sure if the series is going to be for me. Vicious Bonds. This is, I think, the last book on my immediate TBR that my fiance got me for Christmas. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, book 2, the last book of the duology. Someone tell me to read this. Someone tell me to read the next 3 books. This one, Ruthless Vows. I just need to pull it and read this dang book. And then last on my immediate TBR is Spectacular, which this one's been coming up in like every TBR video this year. I still haven't read it. I need to read it. I need to stop putting on my TBR and not reading it. I need to read it. Okay, so that is the immediate TBR books. The first stack I want to go over is the books I got from being in the Berkeley Influencer program that I haven't read yet. With this being said, I have read a lot of the books that I got from that, but I was getting 2 to 3 a month, so I have quite a bit that I haven't read. I have The Unraveling, which I haven't heard anyone talk about this book or seen this book anywhere, so it kind of interests me just in that sense. Sunshine and Spice. Designs of You. I remember when I got this, I was so flippin' excited. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I'm still so excited. Bridge of the Shadow King. I think the second one just got either republished or just came out, so I need to read this one. Pickleballers. I've never read a pickleball book. This one just looks so good. Mr. Nice Spy. This is book 2 of The Spy and I. The Design of Us. I think I read a book by this author before and I really enjoyed it, so. The X-Files. I also have You with a View. I need to read that one first. And then A Novel Love Story. I've never read a book by this author, but I know people either love or hate it, so I'm intimidated. So those are the books I got from Berkeley. I have a short stack of just books that are a continuation of series. I have Caught Up, Play Along, which is the Windy City series, I think. Then I have the next 3 books of Elsie Silver to the Races series. And then lastly, I have If We Were Perfect, which is the last and 4th book of the Anna Huang series. Next, I wanted to go over books that I've been gifted over the last couple of years, whether it was Christmas, birthday, giveaways I won. One friend and me exchange books a lot. We either annotate books for each other, or if I don't like a book, she doesn't like a book, we'll give each other the book. So I have a few from her that I want to go over. I have the Christmas Murder Game and 'Tis the Season for Revenge. These are two of the books that I got in my Christmas box this year, saving them for next Christmas. Or if I get into a Christmas mood during the year, I have some Christmas books. I have Heavy Medium, so this was one of the Halloween books that she gave me. I have Bitten by Death, which I've never even heard of, but it sounds very good. Trading Places, and The Hive. Next up are just an assortment of books that I've gotten from multiple different people. I'm not gonna go through them all. I have Weak Side, To Kill a Shadow, Heart of Night and Fire, A Cursed Kiss, So This Is Christmas, The Infinity Between Us, Royal Elite Epilogue, Thirst, which this book scares me, and Larry Reed's just read this series a couple months ago, and she was like mad about it, so I'm even more scared. Court This Cruel and Lovely, and Tutoring the Player. The next section of books on my physical TBR are ones that I've had for probably over 2 years. There might be some in between here that I haven't had that long, but it feels like I've had them that long. Thankfully, it's a smaller stack, but my goal for this year is to make sure I have at least like 2 of these books on my monthly TBR, so I can slowly read through these books while I'm also reading other books. Start, I have Shattered Vows, which I got this as a PR package easily 2 years ago. I have The Last Remaining Rose. One of my very good friends wrote this book, and I had like moved, I forgot about it, got lost in the shuffle. I've just recently found it and I can't wait to read it. Sea of Ruin. This book just intimidates me. This author just intimidates me. Going along with the author, I have Lessons in Sin. Super excited about this one. Scared about this one. I have By a Thread and Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. These are some of the Lucy Score books that I picked up when I was reading Lucy Score and just haven't gotten to yet. The Debt Inheritance, which this is one of the books I got from like a book subscription box. I have Rock, Paper, Scissors, Dirty Business, and then one of my very, very, very good friends, I think for Christmas 2 years ago, got me Daughter of the Moon Goddess with some pretty sprayed edges, and I look at this book so many times and want to pick it up, but high fantasy just scares me, but I do plan on reading this year. Next, I have The House Across the Lake, The Curse of Saints, City of Glass, which I'm reading City of Ashes right now, and this will be definitely read next month. Mountain Made of Glass. I tried to pick this up at one point, set it down because I wasn't in the mood for just like a spicy romance fantasy. I will definitely be picking it up again soon, plus one of my good friends bought this for me. Curse of the Wolf. This was another gift from one of my good friends. Royalty Not Ready. I've read some Megan Quinn books and they were really hit or miss for me. Some of them I love, some of them I don't like. Some of them I didn't like. So this one's just been sitting on my TBR because I'm not sure if I'm ever going to read it. Open Your Eyes. Book 2 was on my media TBR. I just read book 1 a couple months ago, and then this book 3. I've actually had this trilogy for so long. I got it on Macari years ago, and I've just been too scared to read it because people say that it is very emotional and very sad, which I can attest the first book really was, but it was very enjoyable. Lastly, for books that I've had for way too long, which will come as no surprise, I have Addicted After All, Fuel the Fire, and then Some Kind of Perfect. I don't know which order these books go in, or even if any of these come after Kiss the Sky. I just pick up these when I see them. I used to, when I was reading it, pick up these books when I saw them. I haven't read the continuation of the series in quite some time. You guys saw Kiss the Sky on my immediate TBR. This is a series I really want to conquer this year. It was on my goals for 2024. I did not get to it. 2025 is going to be my year. And then lastly, I have Damaged Like Us in the old covers. If I were to get any more of these books, they'll be the new covers. I hate man cover. but this is also by the same author as the Addicted Cowboy series. I am super excited about this series. I've heard really good things about it from the people who have read it. But that is the books on my TBR that I've had for so long. So next up, we're just going to do everything else on my physical TBR that I've accumulated less than 2 years ago. Next are all of the books I've gotten from book conferences over the last couple of years. I have Reclaim. I have Wilt. This is like Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I don't normally gravitate towards retellings, but the way the author sold this book, I was sold. Lady of Darkness. A Love Beyond the Stars. I got the like special edition foiled edges, or foiled like lettering, some pretty art. Gods, and this one, the pages are purple, which I thought was really cool and really pretty. I have Curse of Shadows and Thorns. This book series is like 12 books or something, so catch me reading this never. Probably very soon because I'm bad at reading series anyway, so it won't matter. Vengeance is Mine. This is like a free book I got from buying my ticket. A Realm of Dark Fury. Rising Queen. The King's Game. Little Bird. Worthy of Fate. And then lastly, I have Gale Force Fucked, which this one's been on my TBR for a long time. I started reading this, fell asleep while reading this during a hurricane, and woke up to a tornado warning, and I've been scared to read ever since. Any other girlies out there superstitious? Because I am. Next up is just random books that I've picked up over the last 2 years that I'm excited to read still. I have She Left, Starbringer by Tracy Wolff. Someone tell me why Tracy Wolff only writes the biggest books I've ever seen. Bloodguard with the pretty sprayed edges. House of Beating Wings with more pretty sprayed edges. Stars Are Dying with, would you look at that, pretty sprayed edges. Serpent and the Wolf, which this one might be on my March TBR. Keep a lookout. I'm excited about this one, even though it's not on my immediate TBR. Murder Your Employer. You with a View. Filthy Rich Vampire. 5 Broken Blades with pretty sprayed edges. I don't know how to say this. House of Maranoin. I don't know how to pronounce this cover, but it is stunning. I have A Fate Inked in Blood and Immortal Dark, which I don't know anything about this one. Heather reads, I don't remember her at, but she loves this book. So, Of Shadow and Moonlight. One for My Enemy. Secret Puck, which I actually got this from a friend, so I probably should have had it in that stack, but Secret Puck. Forget Me Not. The Mystery Rider. Sword Catcher by Cassandra Clare. This is like her new series, not set in the Shadowhunter world, so we'll be tackling this bad boy once I finish the Shadowhunter universe, which I'm almost done with. The Wren in the Holly Library with the pretty sprayed edges. And Sanctuary of the Shadow with some more pretty sprayed edges. I went through a very bad fix of having to pick up every sprayed edge book I found at Target, so I have a lot of those. But this is 132 books on my physical TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I thought it was fun. It gave me motivation to read some more of these books that I don't normally pick up. So if you guys have trouble picking books, maybe go through your entire TBR and it might spark your interest for one. I would highly recommend, because a lot of these I'm like, wow, I want to read them now. But as always, like, subscribe, comment if you read any of these books, and tell me your thoughts and feelings on them. I would love to know, and I'll see you guys next time.